Hi you guys, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie and we are nearing the end of the month of October, so it is time for my Christmas card share for this month. I am trying to create at least one Christmas card every month up till the end of November. And then of course I'm not going to create any in December because that's when I'm going to send them all out. So far it's gone well. This month I cheated a little, and what I'm going to share with you are the cards that I made in a Pinkfresh Holiday card workshop that I took. And so there's not going to be any how-to, it's just going to be a share. As you can see, we made quite a few different projects, and let me show you these up close. The first cards I'm going to show you are the ones that feature this floral ornament. Isn't it beautiful? And so different, right? I don't think I've ever seen something similar to this in a Christmas card collection, but totally Pinkfresh if you're familiar with their product. Very typical Pinkfresh design with, you know, the white with a frame, focal element, and then some sort of background technique. This was the second card we made using the same stamp set. We also pulled in some snowflake dies, which were featured in this in a different class. And then we switched it up with some no line. So all of these used their stencils and dies, and in this one here we just used the stencils. We didn't use the outline image at all, and it just gives you a completely different look. Speaking of snowflakes, these were the cards that we made featuring snowflakes. We received a background plate. These are actually all snowflakes cut into the background, although you can't really tell it with this particular panel. And then we die cut out the snowflakes with white and glitter, and then on the background, if you could see, we die cut out snowflakes as well, layered them up to give it kind of an embossed look without actually embossing. We also received this stamp set with the sentiments. So that was the first card. And then the second one is a somewhat interactive card where this particular panel here on the front opens this way, and then you would open up into the interior. And you could see here, this is that background snowflake cover plate that I was mentioning. These are just inked snowflakes, so we cut them out of white cardstock and colored them. Lots of fun. We also received a background stamp and stencil. So the background stamped image created this foliar, Christmas foliar pattern. So we made one panel with the stencils and cut it in half to make two cards. And I really like how this turned out, again using those snowflakes and then those sentiments. And then we switched things up quite a bit and did a very light stenciling of the image in the background. We stamped with like a light gray, but you probably, well no, actually I don't think you could go no line with this one because you'd lose a lot of the images with the stems and stuff. The original design called for a gold glitter frame, but I liked the idea of using this more white or clear glitter with the softer background. And then I added some like stickles in the red to just kind of add some more shine, because you can never have too much. And then we really did a non-traditional color palette for this one, so same background and stencil, and then we just popped it up with a smaller frame and some glitter and snowflakes. So then the last set featured this stem with the berry image. We did this one in non-traditional colors with the blue and gray. Now I have to admit I was a little bit lazy when I was using my brushes. I don't tend to clean them in between, but I really like actually how this color turned out to be almost this peachy gray, which is just because I had a little bit of leftover color on this stencil from previous stenciling. And yeah, I think it just adds a little bit of interest that I probably would never be able to replicate. The class called for the sentiment to be stamped in black and then gold gems that you notice we've been using are gold half pearls, baubles. That came with the class kit. But because of the gray and blue and using this black, I pulled out some black rhinestones or gemstones and used those instead. This one here features vellum, and we layered the vellum on top of a colored image, and then I think we were supposed to layer it on top of another vellum piece, but instead I chose to cut it apart and just tuck it in to just add some fullness to the card. And then the last one is this stem. So what's really interesting is that these two cards are basically the same, and yet they look so very different. If you look at the backgrounds, this was another stencil set that we got. This one used 2 of the 3 layers, and this also used 2 of the 3 layers, just 2 different ones. And they both have the panel that the stem is on, and the stem is just oriented. This one has the top or the bottom of the stem up here, whereas this one is down on the bottom. And really, other than that, it's exactly the same. Sentiment is just in a different place, but yet 2 very different looking cards, I think. Anyways, it's kind of cool. Kind of cool, the versatility that you can get. Those are the cards that I am counting towards my Christmas card challenge for October. I hope you are inspired. I'm not sure if these products will eventually be released from Pinkfresh. I noticed in previous classes they do subsequently release them, so if you are interested in any of those images, be on the lookout for them. I think that's it for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and until next time, happy crafting.